That's Alex Rios. Good numbers against the Twins, but he's struggling with his new ball club. And then Alexi Ramirez.
And let's take a look at a scouting report on Jeff Manship. He made 21 minor league starts. He started in Double-A, got promoted to Triple-A. Combined, he pitched very well. 10-game winner in the minor leagues. 6 in Double-A, 4 in Triple-A. Made 21 starts. And over his young career, just 24 years old, in 4 seasons or 3+ seasons, he's averaged 2.4 walks per 9 innings and just over 7 strikeouts per 9 innings in the minor leagues.
Here's the Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Delmon Young in left field, Denard Span in center, Michael Cuddyer in right. Harris, Cabrera, Casilla, Morneau, and Mauer back behind the plate. Delmon Young getting a start in left field. Twins hope that he can provide some pop for them against the left-hander, John Danks.
Well, talking to pitching coach Rick Anderson before the game, he really likes Manship. He likes the way that he uses all his pitches. He's got 4 pitches, good movement on his fastball, sinking fastball, not overpowering. His curveball is extremely well. Good tight rotational mix in a changeup, and then the slider.
Pasetnik leading things off against Manship in the first pitch down the middle of strike.
And you saw a little bit of movement on that fastball.
So Manship delivers strike 1. And a harder fastball up and in.
Yeah, good pitch right there. If you're going to miss, go hard inside. You know, he has had 5 relief appearances. That's going to help him a little bit here, but he's still, I'm sure, very, very nervous here this evening.
Slap to left, hit right at Delmon Young, and the ball hits him. Lost it in the lights, and Pasetnik will go to second. From the time it left the infield, Young was fighting the lights, and I'm not sure where it hit him. But it'll be a double for Pasetnik and some misfortune for young Jeff Manship.
Well, we've seen it before here at the Metrodome and really any ballpark. That ball right there, the line drive, and you can see Delmon Young kind of put the glove where he thought the ball was going to be and hits off the base of the glove. And it will be a double for Pasetnik. We'll call that a Metrodome double.
And Ozzie Guillen's probably thinking, well, it's about time something like that happened for us. Now Mauer's going to go to the mound. Make sure the signs are straight with the runner at second.
Yeah, I'm sure that they talked about it before the ball game, but you know, sometimes as a youngster, you're so excited about pitching. Yeah, you talk about the hitters, but it doesn't really sink in. And Mauer just going out and saying, hey, with a runner at second base, this is what we're using. And what he means by is he will give more than one sign. A lot of times where he touches is the indicator, and then he'll put down some fingers.
Down and away, ball 1. So Manship, who had some butterflies at the start of the game to be sure, now has to deal with a runner at second, nobody out. Looked like he was going to get the first batter out, didn't happen. Fastball up and in, 2-0.
A lot of times when Joe Mauer does that, you'll see him right there, maybe put his right hand on his mask. That might mean second sign. Maybe the knee, his right knee, might make first sign. And you can see where he stops on the chest protector. That will tell you what sign that they're using here.
Chopper, and Harris looks the runner back and throws out Beckham.
Boy,
not a good at bat.
No, not a good at bat at all. Beckham didn't even look like he attempted to hit the ball the other way. So the good sinker right there gets the first out.
And a 2-0 pitch, 1 away. Today's broadcast is on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces, serving 177 countries. And aboard ships at sea, they're watching around the world in Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, Japan. And we welcome all of our servicemen and women.
Sure do. And thank you for your services. God bless you all.
Here's A.J. Pierzynski. There's a ground ball to Morneau. Manship covers, and Morneau turns in a nice play. 2 down, and now Pasetnik goes to third.
I think what we've seen from Manship, even in his relief appearances, that good movement on that fastball, and he got out A.J. Pierzynski, who's been red hot, hitting .344 over his last 50 ball games, and A.J., unlike him, swinging at that first pitch.
Here's Konerko. Konerko hitting cleanup with Jim Thome no longer on the ball club. Talk more about that as the game progresses. There's the first pitch strike. Thome was signed a few years ago, or obtained in a trade a few years ago, to be the left-handed complement to Konerko's right-handed power. Well, now the White Sox were pretty right-handed to start with, are even more right-handed without Thome. Just missing, and it's 1-1.
I mentioned it in the open too, Dick. Thome was going to be a free agent at the end of the year. Contreras is going to be a free agent at the end of the year. I think it's going to hurt the White Sox more losing Thome than it will Contreras. Contreras was not pitching extremely well for the White Sox.
2-1. Well, Ozzie Guillen said this afternoon, no, this isn't a white flag trade, but clearly if the White Sox felt they had a realistic chance of getting past the Twins and getting past the Tigers, they don't make the Jim Thome trade. Is it a surrender? No, they're going to continue to play as well as they can in hopes that they can catch a spark and have a good September. Just off the corner, and it's 3-1.
Tim Cheetah behind the plate here tonight.
Manship trying to hit the corners and apparently just missing. 3-1 to Konerko with Pasednik at third and 2 away. And Konerko thought that was ball 4. Now it's a full count.
Well, the 3-1 pitch or the 2-1 pitch didn't miss by much, and that's got plenty of a plate for strike 2. Now that was a 3-1 fastball. See if he goes back to it or if he'll throw a breaking ball.
High fly center field. Span retreats. And Manship pitches the scoreless first inning. Denard Span, Orlando Cabrera. Then starting with Joe Mauer, the next 5 hitters all have had great success against John Danks, including Michael Cuddyer. Brendan Harris has hit him well. Then Delmon Young and Alexi Casilla.
And a scouting report on John Danks, making his 26th start, his 4th against the Twins this year. He has been the Sox closer, coming off a very good month of August where he was 4-1. And he's had some very good success on the road over his last 3 starts. He's 2-0 with a 2.11 earned run average.
1-0 to Denard Span. Don't look now, but Span is starting to creep up into the top 10 in the American League in hitting. Right now, the 10th place batter's hitting .314, and Span just a couple of hits away from that.
Yeah, Span on an 8-game hitting streak where he's hitting .419, 13 hits in his last 31 at bats. And he had a great month of August where he hit .375. Played in all 28 ball games for the Twins.
Bounce to the right side. Konerko with the catch, and Danks to the bag, 1 away.
Boy, good feed right there by Konerko. Got the ball to Danks early.
One of the shortcomings for the Sox this year, their defense. Carlos Quentin is in left. Scott Pasetnik, who was in left, is in center. Alex Rios is in right. Beckham learning third base. Ramirez and Getz up the middle. Getz just brought to the ball club today. Konerko at first, and Pierzynski behind the plate. This is Danks' 4th start against the Twins. In his first start here this year, it was an incredible, weird start for Danks. He walked the first 4 batters that he faced. And now he falls behind Cabrera, 2-0.
Hey, he ended up walking 5 in that ball game, and 2 starts ago he actually walked 6 in a ball game in Chicago against the Baltimore Orioles.
There's a strike. He fell behind Span 2-0 and eventually got him. Now it's 2-1 to Cabrera.
You can see that Danks likes to work quick. Gavin Floyd worked quick last night. Tomorrow afternoon we'll see Mark Burley work very quickly.
Getz catches the pop-up, 2 down. That'll bring up Joe Mauer. Chrysler Key-Stat, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, and for most of the year it's been Mauer, Morneau, and Kubel. 86 home runs out of the middle of the lineup.
Yeah, 86 of the 142 that the Twins have hit.
Here's Mauer, who started the scoring last night with a solo home run, and he takes strike 1. At .368, he has a 9-point lead over Ichiro, who did not play again last night. Ichiro is in the lineup tonight for the Mariners against the Angels. And that just misses, 1-1.
Well, that's a breaking ball right there. Takes a little off, becomes almost like a changeup. Keep that hitter off balance.
Fastball and a swing and a foul, 1-2. Danks, as you said, works quickly, and Burley has had an influence, I think, on Floyd. We saw him last night with a very quick pace to his game. Danks is out there working quickly. Floyd pitched a good ball game last night, just gave up a couple of home runs. 1-2. Little tapper to second. Getz has an easy play, and Danks has an easy first inning.
Fair and you're looking for something new and unusual to try, and let's face it, most people are when they come to the State Fair, how about chocolate-covered watermelon on a stick? That's what they're serving up at Andre's Watermelon. They've drizzled the milk chocolate right over the watermelon. It's actually pretty popular, and I think, you know, look at the booth. I'm going to take a seat beside the watermelon mascot, sit on my watermelon chair, and enjoy my chocolate-covered watermelon.
Now you like watermelon.
I love watermelon.
Yeah. Would you put
It
chocolate
would
on it?
never occur to me to put chocolate on it. It's sweet enough as it is if it's a good watermelon. Here's Jermaine Dye taking a strike. Nub to the right side. And Casilla has plenty of time to throw him out. One down. I'll go to the State Fair, I think, on Thursday, so I'll stop by and check out some of the chocolate-covered watermelon, and I'll stop by the Fox Sports North booth right off of Pedestrian Parkway, Judson Avenue. I guess there are like 4 churches that still have the diners there. That's where I'm going to go have lunch. Just have a ham and cheese sandwich and a cup of soup, something like that. Here's Quentin. Foul away, 1 strike. Well, Jeff Manship's first major league inning in his first major league start has already gone a whole lot better than Carlos Carrasco's did tonight for the Cleveland Indians. The Tigers are leading the Indians 6-1. Here's how Carlos Carrasco came over from the Phillies in the Cliff Lee trade, how his first inning went in his first major league start. Ground ball to third. Harris scoops the second scoop. Second hop scoop. Curtis Granderson started with a double. He's thrown out at third. Then in our Dodge game break, we'll show you what happened to the next 2 batters. Placido Polanco with a home run. And in his 3rd major league batter, Carlos Guillen has been hitting a lot of home runs for the Tigers lately. He went deep. And then it, believe it or not, didn't get a whole lot better after that. The first 8 batters that Carrasco faced went double, home run, single, stolen base, walk, single, strikeout, and double. And he finally, I think, was taken out in the 3rd inning with the score 6-1.
Sounded like the 2nd inning went better for him.
And off the tip of Harris's glove, gets a 2-out hit for the White Sox.
Well, Getz a guy that can lay down some bunts, you know, so Harris has to come in. Getz just activated off the disabled list. He was on a DL with a right oblique strain. Just a fastball away, and with Harris playing about even with the bag, which cuts down his range a little bit, just off the tip of the glove into left field. So Getz comes back off the DL and gets a base hit.
And now Alex Rios with a runner at first and 2 down. Getz can run a little bit. Manship needs to be aware of that. And Rios takes strike 1.
Well, I like the way that he's keeping that ball down in the strike zone, and that's one thing that Rick Anderson, the pitching coach, told me, that what they've seen from Manship is he really works down in the zone. Good sinker down, the breaking balls down in the zone. I'd like to get maybe 5 innings and see where he's at. Good hard breaking ball there, down in the strike zone.
Specifically asked Ron Gardenhire about a pitch count tonight, whether because he hasn't started would it be 80. He says we're going to wait and see how it goes.
Yep.
If they're going to do what they can to make sure, or give him every chance to complete 5 innings and see how the game goes. 1-1 to Rios. That's a high fly to right. Michael Cuddyer has it measured, and the inning ends. A good inning for Jeff Manship. 2 scoreless innings and 24 pitches.
And the Twins facing Danks for the 4th time in his young career as a Chicago White Sox. He won 12 games last year and already 12 games this year. The Twins are 4-4 against Danks. He's got a high ERA against the Twins, 5.11.
Well, part of that's because Mauer, Morneau, Kubel, Cuddyer, Harris have all put together some pretty good numbers against him. Morneau takes up high, ball 1. Danks got through his first inning with a dozen pitches. And Morneau takes ball 2.
Well, Justin 8 for 24 lifetime against Danks, a .333 hitter with 3 home runs.
Danks, who fell behind a couple of hitters in the first inning, 2-0, comes back again to throw a strike on the 3rd pitch of the at bat. 2-1. Check swing, but he went.
Good fastball down and away.
And 3-2. Danks, as you said, had a start 2 starts ago when he walked 6. It's the 2nd time this year that he's had 6 walks in a game, and the weird start when he walked 4 Twins to start the game here at the Dome back in July. Now he walks Morneau to start the 2nd inning. Jason Kubel will hit next, and for more on Kubel, let's go to Robbie and Smokowski.
Yeah, guys, thanks very much. Jason Kubel is one of the main reasons the Minnesota Twins are in this pennant chase in the American League Central Division. And I had a chance to ask him today at batting practice what it was like to be here on September 1st, because a lot of guys in the beginning of the year were saying if we're in the chase in September, that's all we can really ask for. He said, hey, it's great. It feels good. We're excited. But the main thing he said is, let's just finish better than we did last season, Dick.
Thank you, Robbie. Strike 1 to Kubel. Yeah, it's every team but one, I guess, given the situation the Twins are in. Only one team finishes with a win, right? For the playoff teams. And the Twins, in essence, played a playoff game last year in Chicago. 2 strikes to Kubel.
Well, way back in April, I think we looked at that division and we thought, you know what? I mean, if you get a chance to play 500 baseball going into September, you got a chance to be, in the race in this division, because it didn't look like anybody was going to run away with it. A lot of experts were saying the Cleveland Indians were the ball club to beat. But here it is, the Detroit Tigers, and the Twins find themselves only 3.5 games behind, and they're only 1 game over 500.
Baseball, like just about everything else in life, it's cyclical. 3 years ago, the American League Central champion and the wild card came out of the Central Division. The Twins won the division, the Tigers won the wild card. And now the American League Central may be the weakest in baseball. This one popped up near the mound. And Canerto with the catch, 1 away. Boomer, what have you seen from John Danks so far here tonight?
Well, the one obvious thing, guys, is how fast he works. He's taking this to another level. He's working faster than Burley. To me, in going into a ball game where a guy likes to work this fast, you really have to do what Michael Cuddyer is doing right now. Taking his sweet old time getting in the box, making sure the umpire's with him to know that he needs to get set first. The other thing is, I like the Twins' game plan so far of being patient at home plate and making Danks throw a lot of pitches to each hitter. He's been behind almost everybody. I expect the Twins to do pretty good if Danks keeps getting behind him.
And when he's missed significantly, like that first pitch to Carrasco. He's had a number of pitches that have been nowhere near the strike zone.
Dick, the one thing about that is, and Bert knows, when you're throwing non-competitive pitches, then you can really sit on a fastball because you know that's what's going to be coming.
Morneau chased back to the bag. In Danks' most recent start, he pitched pretty well against the Twins, but Michael Cuddyer turned the game around with a 2-run home run in the 6th inning, that coming in late July. This one popped up again. 3rd infield pop-up, even though it's in the outfield, it's Getz who makes the catch, 2 down. That'll bring up Brendan Harris.
Well, a lot of times in a ball game when you have someone that throws hard like Danks, you'll get some pop-ups because that fastball has a little bit of giddy-up on it.
So now Harris. So 8 for 21, a 381 average against Danks. And Harris spends some time getting set in the box, but he always does that. Another one hit in the air foul. I want to pass along our best wishes to Twins radio broadcaster John Gordon, who's slightly ill and missing the ball game tonight. Might be watching on television, but knowing John, I suspect he's probably got the radio on.
He's probably here somewhere, just sitting watching the game.
Lost his voice yesterday, I guess, in the middle of the broadcast, so I want to wish him the best. Not a good thing if you're an announcer and you lose your voice. And so Dan Gladden and Jack Morris are doing the radio broadcast tonight. They both are in full voice. Harris swings and misses 0-2.
Good changeup right there. Had some movement on it, outer half of the plate. Danks made his major league debut against the Twins in Chicago back in 2007. He lost 3-1 to Johan Santana. And about a month later, he won his first major league game against the Twins here against Ramon Ortiz.
Taken up high with a fastball, 1-2. Harris trying to break Danks' rhythm, steps out of the box and asks for time.
Danks taking a little extra time himself, getting some rosin.
One and two to Brendan Harris. Just missing the inside corner, and that evens the count. Twins don't have a hit. They, here in the second inning, did take a leadoff walk. Cap foul at the plate. White Sox with a similar situation in their rotation as the Twins. They've got Floyd, Danks, and Burley. All three will pitch in this series. The Twins have three established starters, Pavano, Baker, and Blackburn. And the White Sox might not get anything this year from Jake Peavy. We'll fill in some blanks for you regarding his status as we move along here. This one hit to the gap in right center field and deep. It will be caught by Pasetnik. A sensational diving catch in the gap. A great catch to end the inning by Scott Pasetnik. nature preserve offering sanctuary for a range of migrating birds. And they'll be hanging around here another couple of months, and then they'll be migrating someplace warmer. Great catch by Posednik. That had all the makings of an RBI double or triple for Brendan Harris.
Yeah, it looked like Rios kind of backed away at the last second because Posednik did let him know he was going to catch that ball. What a catch it was.
Here's Alexei Ramirez hitting ninth for the White Sox tonight against Jeff Manship. First pitch foul over the Twins dugout.
Well, so far so good for Jeff Manship. 4 ground ball outs, 2 fly ball outs. He has given up a couple hits. One, the light double off of Posednik's bat to lead off the ball game.
Got a straight change for a swinging strike.
Good sinker right there. There's Jeff Nelson right there. We'd like to say hello to Judy Nelson, his mother. She is at St. John's Hospital. We wish her well.
Absolutely. Wish her the very best. Big Twins fans, she and her husband, and we're happy that she's watching Twins baseball tonight.
Yeah, they grew up in Cottage Grove. Getting ahead in the count.
1-2 to Ramirez. Check swing, 2-2. White Sox tonight have Alexis Rios hitting 8th and Alexei Ramirez hitting 9th. A one-hopper to Harris. Perfect throw to Morneau, 1 away. That'll bring up Posednik, who doubled into the lights and made a great catch in the gap.
Watch Rios right here, the right fielder, kind of give way because Posednik calling him off. And you want the center fielder to take charge, and that's exactly what Posednik did right there. A nice diving catch for the final out.
You call off a right fielder, you better make sure you make the catch. Posednik hadn't made that catch, he'd look a little foolish calling off the right fielder. 1-0 to Posednik, who hit a low liner to left, and it kind of hung up in the lights and hit Delman Young, who lost it in the lights. 2-0. And now 3-0. Manship hadn't walked anybody. He's thrown just over half his pitches for strikes so far tonight.
He came into the ball game 5 relief appearances, a total of 7 innings, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts.
And a 4-pitch walk puts Posednik aboard. And Ron Coomer, we asked you about John Danks, your impressions of Jeff Manship so far.
So far, he's been outstanding. You watch his delivery, to me, is a little deceptive. I always had issues with a pitcher whose windup and everything, once he got set in his windup, was real fast and kind of exploded at you. To me, it was tough to hit, especially if a guy had a good changeup or good breaking ball, because his body kind of jumped at you, and then all of a sudden you get the ball. Manship so far today, other than that walk, has looked unbelievably good. Great sink on his fastball. I asked some of the staff today what they thought they were going to get from him, and to me, the big key to them was he was not going to pitch afraid. You see him right there. He's just got a good fast delivery, and then when he throws that breaking ball like he did to Ramirez, it just backs up on him.
1 strike and a throw to first.
Yeah, Ron, he's one of those pitchers that the ball almost looks like it's coming out of his right ear. I mean, he's got a long arm, but he keeps that left shoulder in extremely well. Has a very nice follow through, where his momentum brings him over toward that first baseline. So not any recoil.
And the White Sox, of course, looking at Manship and timing him for the first time.
Yeah, Posednik stole a base in last night's ball game. 24 stolen bases in 33 attempts. Manship looks like he's pretty quick home.
Posednik goes, and the pitch grounded foul past Jeff Cox. Jeff Manship is here pitching in a pennant race. Kevin Mulvey is not. Mulvey was claimed today by the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's no longer in the organization.
Mulvey came over to the Twins in that Johan Santana trade. There you see the gloves. And Scott Podsednik with a glove on the left. And there's a birthday cake up here. Happy, is it your birthday?
Well, my goodness.
I think it's your half birthday.
It is.
Well, you complain all the time that you know that your birthday's March 1st.
Well, bless you. Thank you, Peg. I had no idea. Thank you. I got to try to blow these out, right? Yes.
Now hurry up. It's getting warm in here.
There's only 2 candles.
Well, geez, let me get out of the way.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I'm stunned. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm not having any cake now. You spit all over the cake.
Well, thank you to whoever is responsible. Thank you. Was that you?
No, it was Peg.
Yeah.
Peg did it.
Well, thank you very much. That's very nice. I'll have some during the commercial break.
Happy half birthday.
I'd never heard of such a thing until I had kids. And now kids, they celebrate half birthdays in school. Did you celebrate half birthdays?
No, all I know is there's 217 more days until my birthday.
You celebrate enough on your birthday.
Yes.
You don't have to celebrate half birthdays. That's hook foul.
There were 7 of us in the family, so birthdays were huge. It was our only special day.
Wow, 364 days of misery and
I had to watch my other brothers and sisters have birthdays. Mom and Dad. But then came mine, April 6th. See if Manship can get a ground ball right here. Been able to get 5 ground ball outs.
Another throw to first. Beckham hit a ground ball to third and did it at an inopportune time for the White Sox as Podsednik had just reached second base with nobody out. And Beckham did not advance the runner. Consequently, the White Sox didn't score. 1-2. Chicago third baseman. And another throw to first.
Yeah, paying some attention to Podsednik.
But all of this, I mean, we saw the Rangers run wild on Carl Pavano, and Joe Mauer didn't have a chance to throw him out. All of this might set the stage for Mauer eventually throwing out Podsednik, right?
Let's hope so. If he decides to go.
He stays put. The pitch line to left. And Young this time makes a sprawling catch. That one was below the lights.
Boy, Delman, I'm sure, just saying, you know what, can you just get some airtime on these balls that are hit to me? Gomez helping him out. But a nice catch by Delman Young as he comes in and basically gets that right around the ankle areas as he slides into that line drive out. So Beckham hit it hard, but Delman Young making a nice sliding catch.
Well, here's Pierzynski with a runner at first and 2 down. Down low, ball 1. Pierzynski hit a 3-hopper to Morneau in the first inning.
AJ currently 9th in the American League in hitting, coming into the ball game hitting .315.
Podsednik goes off-speed pitch. Mauer's throw is not in time.
Right, he got a good pitch to run on right there, that slow curveball. And Podsednik steals his 25th base of the year. And he got a very good jump. Podsednik's always been quick. Back in 2004, he led the National League when he was with the Brewers. Least stolen bases was 70.
One and one to Pierzynski. And now 2-1. Nice scoop by Mauer.
AJ picking up the only RBI in last night's ball game, a sacrifice fly.
His 39th run batted in of the year.
That coming in the 6th inning.
2-1. And a tapper up the line, a foul ball.
Good change up right there. AJ way out front.
Brzezinski retired on the first pitch he saw in the first inning. Now he's seeing a few more pitches from Manship.
Well, again, Manship started at the AA level, got called up to AAA, and here he's making his major league debut.
Hasn't struck anyone out in his first major league start. Fans would love it if he'd strike out Brzezinski here to end the inning. Roller to first. Morneau has it. Inning over, and the White Sox leave another runner in scoring position. Thank you to Peggy Imhoff. Delmon Young leading off the Twins' 3rd inning. Young, Casilla, and Span to face Danks. Twins don't have a hit. They did get a leadoff walk in the 2nd. That's to center. And Pusetnik is there to make the catch. 1 away. Now for a look at tonight's Guess the Stance feature. You can text who you think the batting stance guy is imitating to short code 234 234. We'll have the answer for you in tonight's Quest Twins Live postgame show. So 1 down on the 3rd, and here's Alexi Casilla. Ball 1. One and one. It'll be a tough play, and Alexi Ramirez fumbles it. Maybe the only chance they would have had would have been if Beckham had been able to cut the ball off. First Twins hit is an infield hit.
Yeah, sometimes that ball has eyes, and right here Beckham going to his left, just out of his reach, and we saw Ramirez make some very nice plays in last night's ball game. Going to his right, and right here has to get that little short hop, and a little trouble finding the handle on that baseball in the exchange right there. So the Twins get their first hit of the ball game, and that's an infield hit off the bat of Alexi Casilla.
Here's Span. Casilla and his speed aboard. Big leg kick, and Danks delivers ball one.
Yeah, he has 2 deliveries toward home plate, and that's what we saw here a couple times when he made those 2 starts here earlier. Then he'll utilize that slide step, something that we thought at that time very hard to run against.
Big leg kick again, and a roller to second. Gets, fires to second. Relay to first in time to complete the double play. He's had some speed to work with there, but the White Sox still turn it. We head to the 4th in a scoreless game.
We can cover the hole on Jimmy's. Yes, we can. We got Katze, we got Konerko, we got anybody from the outfield, Poseni. We know a lot of people. If we go to cover the home runs and home base percent and all this stuff, no, that's not going to be easy. But I think we would be a different Buffalo without him.
Speaking of the trade last night to the Dodgers of Jim Thome, who would hit behind Konerko if he were here. Konerko leading off the 4th, and he takes a strike. Did that surprise you at all that Thome was dealt?
No, only because he's a free agent at the end of the year. Chicago, I think Kenny Williams, the general manager, there was some rumors about that going in the last couple of days about Jermaine Dye, Scott Podsednik, Jim Thome.
Line break.
Right, all kind of, up in the air what direction they want to go. And they do have other guys that can fill Thome's spot. If they keep Podsednik, they have Rios in right, Podsednik, and then Carlos Quentin can do some DHing.
Just missing the inside corner, 1 and 2. Ron Coomer, were you surprised Jim Thome was dealt?
Not necessarily dealt, but I am surprised that he was dealt to the National League and being a DH for the last 4 or 5 years. The other thing that I did hear in talking to some of the White Sox staff and people with their organization is it wouldn't surprise them one bit if he ended up being the DH next year for the Chicago White Sox.
Coming back, Twins went that route with Rick Aguilera a couple times.
Correct.
So Konerko with a leadoff single, grounding it right over the rubber and right over the second base bag. Third time actually, where the White Sox have second time they've gotten the leadoff man aboard. Here's Jermaine Dye.
Well, the clippings were saying in a newspaper Jim Thome's basically going to be a pinch hitter off the bench for Joe Torre and the Dodgers.
And Manship sticks one over the outside corner. White Sox were right there, right roughly where the Twins are, chasing the Tigers, and then this long and difficult road trip has been maybe a season turner for the White Sox. They've won one game in the 8 games on this road trip against some very tough competition. Two strikes to Jermaine Dye. See if Manship can get a ground ball here. 2 outs on 1 pitch. 1-2. You know, one thing to keep in mind too, if the reports were true, and there were a list of 5 or 6 Chicago players that were sent out yesterday by their general manager saying, hey, if you want them, you can have them. There's nothing that says necessarily, and let's say that Dye was on that list. 1-2. Fouled away. Nothing that says that a team still won't pick him up. Remember 3 years ago, the Tigers trying to, fend off the Twins' charge. They picked up Matt Stairs after September 1st, knowing full well he wouldn't be eligible to them for postseason play. But it doesn't mean that if a team was in need, they wouldn't contact the White Sox and say, hey, let's swing a deal. Manship gets a strikeout, his first of the night, getting Dye on a breaking pitch. Wednesday, of course, are all about hot dogs again this year. You can come out tomorrow for lunch. Hormel $1 a Dog Day, presented by Country Heart. Hormel dogs for $1 a piece while supplies last. Limit 2 per customer. You can get your tickets for the Twins and White Sox. Call 800-33-TWINS or visit twinsbaseball.com. Hey, with Mark Buehrle pitching tomorrow, you're only going to have time to eat 2 hot dogs tomorrow. Here's Carlos Quentin. Ball 1.
Let's take a look at the strikeout right here by Jeff Manship. His first one as a starter, his 4th career strikeout. Guy looking back saying, boy, I thought if I chipped that, Joe Mauer caught it.
That's on the outside corner. Which it was about a year ago. Quentin took himself off the Chicago roster by breaking his wrist, slapping his bat at the plate. It's hit to left to the corner. Young chases it and chases it down. Out number 2.
Yeah, just a little bit off the end of the bat.
See if Jim Thome might not be a part of our Aflac trivia answer tonight. Aflac. Just a little tribute to a guy who's a great guy, and if it breaks right and he gets a World Series ring, I think a lot of people in baseball would be happy. Which White Sox pitcher has the most all-time saves at the Metrodome? It is decidedly not Jim Thome. Here's Getz. Bobby Thigpen for a while held the single season mark, but after he got his 57 saves, he kind of flamed out. Keith Folt the closer before Bobby Jenks came aboard. 1 strike to Getz. It's hit deep down the right field line and foul. 2 strikes. And Manship has had fans on the edge of their seats here. A deep fly to left off the bat of Quentin, and Getz's drive just hooking foul.
Getz not a home run hitter, only 2 home runs this year. A September call up last year, just 25 years old.
Got him looking. How about Jeff Manship? 4 shutout innings, and he's done it on 59 pitches. Baseball on Fox Sports North is brought to you by Quest. Get free 2 gigs online backup service with Quest high-speed internet. By Grand Casino Mille Lacs and Grand Casino Hinckley. Expect grand. And by Chrysler. From power and efficiency to innovation and style, it's the way our vehicles come together that sets us apart. Chrysler. Orlando Cabrera taking ball 1, ball 2 against John Danks, leading off the 4th. You get it, Jeff Manship. 3-0. Cabrera, Mauer, and Morneau, and so far so good for the Twins right-hander.
4 shutout innings, 3 hits allowed.
And a 4-pitch walk, second leadoff walk for Danks. And we'll see what the Twins can do with this leadoff walk with the middle of the lineup stacked up behind Cabrera.
Yeah, Danks came into the ball game with 58 walks in 153 and a third innings pitch, but 125 strikeouts. He has yet to get a strikeout, but he does have 2 walks in the ball game.
Mauer bounced to Getz his first time up. Takes a fastball, strike 1. It was Mauer's second at bat last night. It opened the scoring for the Twins. He teed off on a first pitch fastball and clubbed it into the upper deck. And Cabrera hesitated and is forced at second base, unsure whether that ball is going to get to Beckham on the fly. Mauer beats the relay. It's a fielder's choice, and Mauer's aboard.
Well, right off the end of the bat, that ball short hop Beckham. He had a little trouble making sure he caught that ball. And then to throw over and the Getz relay. Mauer hustling out of that box to stay out of the double play.
And now Morneau drew a leadoff walk in the second. It's had just 1 hit so far against Danks, and that was an infield hit. Fly ball to left. Carlos Quentin makes the catch. Morneau gone on 1 pitch. You can ask us a question, give us your opinion, whatever, at carsoup.com/baseball. Warren Kemplin of Rochester wondering what it takes to win a Rawlings Gold Glove.
You don't make any errors. I think you're admired by all the managers that vote, I believe, for the Rawlings Gold Glove.
Managers and coaches, I think, get the ballots. Yeah.
And just your outstanding defensive play.
Here's Kubel, and up and in, ball 1. Almost sometimes seems like it's a gradual process where you have to play Gold Glove caliber defense for a couple of years before you finally win one. Konerko got it before it got him. Kubel hit the ball sharply for the 3rd out of the 4th.
433 miles, Bert, to see Joe Mauer's Dimples all the way from Mandan, North Dakota. I've got $100 in Minnesota State Lottery tickets for Kim and Dan, who made the long trip. Life is good. What makes it better, Joe Mauer's Dimples or seeing the Twins for the first time, Kim? She doesn't know. She's just happy she got circled by Bert. It's also her birthday as well, Bert. Not her half birthday like you, Dick Bramer, but her full birthday. Happy birthday, Kim.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kim, and also Dan. Take care of Kim.
Alex Rios leading off the fifth against Jeff Manship. The White Sox have 3 hits. Manship has walked 1. The Twins have 1 hit. John Danks has walked 2. Pounded foul, 1-1. Jeff Cox wants no part of any foul ball near the third base coach's box. Good guy, always fun to talk to. Jeff Cox.
He's one of the characters in the game.
2-1. Rios has owed an awful lot of money for a long period of time.
He's had a tough time really making the adjustment so far.
Cuddyer will chase this one and make the catch on the warning track. Good play by Michael Cuddyer for the first out of the fifth.
Good concentration by Cuddyer. You could see where he was headed. And nobody knows right field better here than Michael Cuddyer. Right off the end of the bat, Rios going the other way. And Cuddyer catching that ball before he makes contact with that baggie out there.
1 down, and here's Alexi Ramirez. Hit a ground ball to Harris his first time up. Just missing the inside corner with the first pitch fastball. A little bit low. So far, Manship has allowed 1 base runner and 1 base runner only. There's Jeff Cox, got one.
Yep. Like a cat. An old cat, but a cat. Watch him move right here.
All right.
Up on the spin.
1-1 to Ramirez.
Guys, Coxie could be the most animated third base coach in the history of baseball. He's got all the fans around us here absolutely rolling. He's a treat.
He's the Max Papkin at the major league level.
Yeah.
I don't think Max has anything on Coxie.
1-2 to Ramirez. That's hit a long way to left. He was waiting for it, and he got all of it. A solo home run for Ramirez, and it's 1-0 Chicago.
Well, Ramirez has power. That ball kind of going right into that swing of Alexi Ramirez. And the White Sox take a 1-0 lead. That home run, the first home run that Manship has allowed at the major league level. And watch this sinker kind of go right there, right into the swing of Ramirez. And even though Ramirez, you can see, not a big man, a tall man, but not built big. He's got a lot of power.
Sednick checks his swing, and the curve is low. Ball 1. Sednick has reached twice. The liner lost in the lights, went for a double in the first, then he walked in the third and stole second. 2-0.
If you're out on that mound, Manship right here saying, you know what, that's just 1 run. The Twins are going to score in this ball game. We keep making good quality pitches.
Jeff Cox missed that ground ball. We'll wait for the official scorer's ruling. Two and 1. Two Hopper to Harris. 2 down. For information on season tickets to Target Field, here's the staff ace.
Hi, Scott Baker here with the new pitch. For a per-seat deposit of only $100, you can select seats at Target Field before the general public. Call today to reserve your place in the sun at Target Field.
Thank you, Scott Baker. 2 down, and here's Gordon Beckham with the bases empty. And Manship misses low again with the breaking ball.
Well, he's done a great job at changing speeds. He's really only made one mistake, and that was that fastball that Ramirez just hit out. 72 pitches. He comes right back with a breaking ball for a strike. Most pitches he's thrown since he got called up from AAA back in August. 48 pitches in his third relief appearance. That was in Arlington.
2-1. Jesse Crain warming up in the Twins pen. And now 3-1. Beckham didn't start the year with the White Sox. Manship, of course, didn't start with the Minnesota Twins. And he missed to Beckham. Of course, the Twins want Manship to get through this 5th inning for an assortment of reasons. And now Pierzynski will hit with 2 away and a man aboard.
And Rick Anderson coming out just to refocus him right here. Hopefully get this final out, and hopefully the Twins can come back, score a couple runs, get a win for them. You need to go 5 innings to qualify for a win. For Manship, his second walk to go along with his 2 strikeouts. Manship originally signed by the Twins in the 14th round back in 2006 out of the University of Notre Dame.
I think I know the answer to this, but would you ever advocate changing that rule, given, you know, how the game has changed, where, you know, it used to be starters were supposed to go 9. Well, now starters are, you hope they go 6.
That's a rule, as far as I know, goes back to the 1800s, so why change something like that? What, drop it to 4?
Well, I'm not advocating it, but it just seems like the demands of a starting pitcher have changed so much that if Manship were to go 4 and a reliever only went 1, why would you give the win to the reliever? 1-0 to Pierzynski.
It's the rules of baseball.
Pierzynski's hit 2 ground balls to Morneau. And now Manship misses again. It's 2-0.
Oh, it might be tiring a little bit right here.
He hasn't had, I don't believe he's had a 20-pitch inning. This will be his 20th pitch this inning. And it's peeled foul over the net. 2-1. Very good pitches per inning totals. Two and 1 to A.J. Pierzynski. And now 2-2.
They took a little off right there, and A.J. again a little out front.
Fans clamoring for the 3rd out, and again, given who the hitter is, if it's a strikeout, all the better. Bouncer hit to Cabrera. Step on the bag. That ends the 5th. The White Sox get one on a solo home run from Alexei Ramirez. work. Robbie Smokowski, Ron Coomer, Burt Blythe, and Dick Bramer, with the White Sox leading 1-0.
Wow, the great job by Jeff Manship. Only one mistake, really, and that was that home run to Ramirez. Other than that, very good. And Cuddyer right there trying to tie the ball game in one swing. It's a foul.
In the history of this ballpark, I don't know that I've ever seen a foul ball hit that far. He was waiting for it. He just couldn't wait long enough.
Boy, that breaking ball going right into the swing.
Now another one pulled foul. Cuddyer aggressively attacking Danks here in the 5th inning. 2 strikes.
Well, again, he came into the ball game 11 for 24 against John Danks, a .458 batting average.
1-2. Cuddyer popped up to second. Really have only been 2 fair balls hit hard against Danks. Delmon Young hit a liner. There's a drive to left. That'll tie the game. So just like that, Cuddyer evens it at 1.
Well, I'm sure when Manship came off the mound, everybody, and especially the manager, says, let's go, let's get him some runs. The kid did a great job, and Cuddyer ties the game right there with this home run, his 23rd of the year. The pitch down, and Cuddyer with that uppercut swing and his power ties the game at 1 apiece.
So here's Harris. Swing and a miss. Harris hit the ball hard. Pasednik made his great catch in the Harris at bat to end the 2nd inning. Young hit a ball hard. Kubel hit his hard, and now obviously Cuddyer hit his. Fouled away. And 2 quick strikes to Harris. One and 2. Pitch left up. Harris fouls it back. In terms of tempo, Danks doesn't have to take a back seat to Burley or anybody. I mean, he really has kept things moving along here tonight.
And that's what you want. You want defense. You want that pitcher out there throwing strikes, attacking the strike zone. We saw it from Nick Blackburn last night. Blackburn did a great job attacking the strike zone, had a good tempo. Gavin Floyd had a good tempo for the Chicago White Sox. And Manship and Danks, very good tempos here tonight.
Tap foul. You were a moderately fast worker, as I recall.
thought I was working kind of like Danks did.
Yeah?
I work quick. I just thought that ball was a hot potato. Let's get rid of it.
See if the Twins can get him a lead, maybe get him a win in his first major league start. 1-2 to Harris, and now 2-2.
I grew up watching Bob Gibson as much as I could on TV, and he was that way. He worked very quick.
And eventually Harris strikes out 1 away.
Well, a little cutter right there.
Between innings, Ron Coomer caught up with Twins hitting coach Joe Vavra about the approach against John Danks.
Joe, so far Danks has really pitched well. What are you going to have to do the remainder of this game to change things around? You only got 1 hit.
Well, you know, we're squaring up some balls, obviously, but he's keeping the left-handers, you know, at bay a little bit there. But we are getting some pitches to hit, so if we square them up and get something going, you know, I don't think he's that sharp tonight, but he is making some pitches on our left-handers. So we just gotta stay consistent, work him out a little bit, work him over a little bit here, and make sure we get the good pitches so we can go get it.
Thanks, Joe.
And now Delmon Young takes one wide and another one wide, 2-0. Cuddyer squared his up. Young pops this one up to short center. That's going to be a long run for Pasednik. No, I guess he had it measured. 2 down. And that'll bring up Casilla. Casilla with an infield hit. Maybe that hit will get things pointing northward again in terms of his batting average. He kind of had a tough week. 5 or 6 games. Saw the average get back below 200. He swings at the first pitch, pops it straight up. And it's Beckham who ends the inning. But it starts with a Michael Cuddyer home run. It's 1 apiece as we go to the 6th. And the Twins will go to their bullpen.
Cuddyer tying the game in the bottom of the 5th inning with his 23rd home run.
At least for a night, Jeff Manship's performance validates the decision not to overpay to bring a veteran in and make a start here tonight, whether it's Brad Penny or Rich Harden. Manship did his job, and now we'll see if Jesse Crain can do his. 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Konerko, Dye, and Quentin. And a one-hopper to Harris. Almost had that ball peek out through the webbing of his glove. He was fighting the lights too. 1 down.
Well, Jeff Manship did a very good job of keeping the ball down in the strike zone. Exactly what Rick Anderson said, that what he has been impressed by about Manship. First 3 innings, he was able to get strike 1 on 9 of the 12, but the last 8 batters he's faced, he did not get strike 1, so I think he just tired a little bit. Manship ended up throwing 80 pitches in the ball game.
Here's Dye.
His most pitches, the most pitches he's thrown in a long time.
One of the reasons the Twins have played their best baseball over the last couple of weeks is Jesse Crain. Swing and a miss. A live mid-90s fastball and a knee buckling curve that he seems to have much better command of than he did the first 3 months of the year.
They had a good month of August. He appeared in 10 ball games, 3.56 earned run average. Ended up winning a ball game in Arlington.
And he drops a curve. Harris charges. Dye doesn't run. Well, they got him. Wow. Great play by Brendan Harris.
Well, the only play Harris had, and that was to come in. It looked like an infield base hit for sure. Right off the end of the bat. Harris reacting, trying to get that good hop and throw it all in one motion. And he's able to get Dye at first base.
So 2 down in the 6th, and here's Carlos Quentin.
Nice defensive play by Brendan Harris.
Quentin 0 for 2, a bouncer to Harris and a fly to left. Ball 1.
Well, Quentin missed about 2 months because of plantar fasciitis in that left foot. On the disabled list from May 29th to July 20th. That's 15 home runs, but 36 home runs last year and drove in 100 runs.
Sure where that last pitch was. 2-0. Inside, Quentin, who throughout his professional career has always been hit by a lot of pitches, nearly got hit there. It's one of the things that made his injury last year so odd. He does get hit by pitches an awful lot, and it turns out that the one that put him on the disabled list and ended his season was a self-inflicted injury. Fouled away, 3-2.
Yeah, he was facing Cliff Lee, and he swung and missed, and he said, so I did something that I always do. I kind of hit the bat. He ended up breaking his wrist.
One of the reasons that the Twins ended up catching the White Sox and passing them briefly, having to play game 163. They had to play the last month or so without the guy who might have been their team MVP. High fly to right. It's in the park, and if Cuddyer sees it, he'll catch it. Good 6 for Jesse Crain, and a very good play by Brendan Harris in the middle of it.
Maybe the catch of the day so far out in right center field. That was a great running catch.
The Frost Brewed Coors Light freeze camp keeping the Twins off the board for the time being.
Well, it came off the bat of Brendan Harris to end the second inning.
Twins had some better swings against Dank second time through the order. Now Span starts the third trip through the Minnesota order. He is 0 for 2. He's hit 2 ground balls to the right side. He bluffed a bunt and took ball 1. 1-1.
John Cannon from Acony, Iowa. I know you're watching the ball game. He's a teacher of world cultures at Northview Middle School. He's suffering from cancer. Our best to you.
1-2 to Span. Driven to center. Pasednik is over. Can't make the catch here. Span's got 2. Span wants 3. Triple for Denard Span.
Well, not the best of route by Posednik. He kind of went across and then had to go back. And Span getting a breaking ball up. And Posednik going across, now back, and it was too late. It was over his head. And Posednik again, you can run on his arm, and you can see the hustle by Denard Span with a triple. That's his 9th triple of the year.
White Sox have to bring the infield in here now with the former Chicago shortstop Cabrera at the plate. Cabrera's 0 for 1 with a walk. Ron Gardenhire squeezed the other night. Here Cabrera takes low. Less of a need to squeeze with Cabrera, veteran, at the plate, and then you got Mauer and Morneau. You'd like to think your chances of not having to resort to the squeeze would be pretty good. 1-0. That's cracked foul down the right field line.
Yeah, Cabrera, pretty good contact hitter. Doesn't walk much, doesn't strike out much. Got a chance to pick up his 55th RBI right here. Put the infield in.
Ooh.
Watch out, Denard Span.
Between Denard Span and Scotty Alger.
That looked like it went right over Span's head. Wow. Come on, Ryan.
1-2 to Cabrera.
Lip of the mound got him.
And Cabrera got a piece of a pitch that was sailing up and away. Banks a very good pitch count. This is just going to be his 71st pitch. Cabrera trying to drive it to the outfield here. Two and two. Got a leadoff home run in the 5th to tie it. Now a leadoff triple in hopes of taking the lead here in the 6th. To left. Quentin over. Span tagging. Here comes Span. Here's Quentin's throw. 2-1 Twins. So Cabrera got it deep enough to give the Twins their first lead.
RBI by Cabrera is 55th. And a nice hustle right there by Denard Span tagging up.
2-1 Twins. Cabrera driving in his 55th run, and Mauer will hit. Mauer 0 for 2. He's hit a couple of ground balls. One to second, one to third. Breaking ball missing high. I guess ball one. By the second baseman gets. Mauer might have cracked his bat. 2 away. That'll bring up Morneau. Regarding the Mauer, Gardenhire said today tomorrow a day game will be either a DH day or a day off for Joe. The Twins have an off day on Thursday, and already held out the possibility that Joe might be held out of the lineup completely. Ball one to Morneau.
A little surprised. I was kind of asking the truck to take a look at when Span crossed home plate. He was standing up, and Mauer was telling him to slide. I was a little surprised that Span kind of ran right and touched home plate rather than sliding, only because we could have been a lot closer than it looked. That throw was a little bit on the infield side.
Half swing, strike.
And that's the responsibility of the guy on deck. And Joe Mauer was in the right spot. He said to slide, but Denard Span decided to run across home plate rather than slide across home plate.
Hold foul. Pierzynski, the catcher, acting like a statue standing on home plate, trying to decoy the runner maybe.
Take a look at this throw right here. Now it's got some air time on it. And you can see Joe saying go down, but play a lot closer than actually, maybe it should have been.
Morneau called out on strikes, and Danks recovers after a leadoff triple and gets the next 3 batters. But the Twins do take the lead 2-1.
Roberto Hernandez.
That's a good one. I'm going to go Bobby Thigpen.
Keith Polk?
No, it is.
Thigpen, yeah.
But it's just 9.
Yep.
Back then, well, the Twins were pretty good in that era, but Bobby Jenks has saved 8 games here. The White Sox simply haven't won enough here during Jenks' tenure as closer.
No, they have not put him in too many save opportunities.
Chris Getz will lead off the 7th against Jesse Crain, who had a 1-2-3 6th inning and threw just 10 pitches in the process. Fastball just missing, ball 1. Getz with a single in the 2nd, looking in the 4th. And low again, 2-0. Phone is ringing down on the Twins bullpen. Jordan Roush, another former Chicago White Sox player, is going to be the next guy warming up. Down the middle, 2-1. Breaking pitch called a strike. You can divide Crane's season into 2 seasons, when he really struggled and was sent down, and what he's done since he's been called back, and he is every bit the pitcher now the Twins hoped he would have been all year long.
Talking to Rick Anderson too, he really likes the way the bullpen is really shaped up with Mayhay and Roush joining that bullpen.
Morneau to Crane in the first out of the 7th inning. Dodge game summary. Twins up a run here in 7th.
Well, Jeff Manship making his major league debut here as a starter, his 6th overall appearance. A mistake really to Ramirez, a home run, but then Cuddyer tied it in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Cabrera with a sacrifice fly after Denard Span had tripled, giving the Twins a 2-1 lead.
Rios has flied out twice to Cuddyer, once deeply leading off the 5th. And Crane hangs a breaking ball up high, ball 1. Rios with 2 flies to right, and then it's Ramirez. It's loop to right, Cuddyer coming in. Makes a nice backhanded running catch.
I think that ball got in the lights right there. Well, he stayed with him, made a nice running catch.
He had to play kind of side saddle like that. Yeah,
kind of off the corner, off the corner of that light fixture up there. And Cuddyer made a great diving catch in last night's ball game, kind of rolled and tumbled, and the ball maybe got in those lights a little bit.
Well, here's Ramirez, who's accounted for the lone Chicago run tonight so far. Strike on the outside corner. Everything about Crane has been improved. Higher percentage of strikes and a higher quality of strikes. Hitting corners and keeping the ball down low. Breaking ball wide, 1-1. We're getting to the point of this game where we can reflect back to last night and talk about the importance of Nick Blackburn going 7 to keep Crane fresh for 2 innings here tonight.
Well, 4 quality starts in a row, and that really has helped the bullpen by the Twins pitching staff.
Knocked down by Cabrera, uses the rug and got him. Great play by Orlando Cabrera, and Jesse Crane with 2 1-2-3 innings and a little help from his friends in the field.
Well, there you go. Here are Mountain Dew fans of the game. You are hereby circled.
I wonder if they're not Minnesota Twins there. Jason Kubel taking a pitch on the outside corner from John Danks.
Good pitch count by Danks. That was his 80th pitch of the ball game, starting the 7th inning of work.
Kubel swings and misses, 0-2. Kubel, Cuddyer, and Harris facing Danks here in the Twins' 7th. Kubel with a sizzling grounder to Konerko his last time up. Now a 3-hopper to the second baseman gets 1 away. And that'll bring up Cuddyer. Pena and Octavio Dotel warming up.
Pena worked in last night's ball game. Dotel
was supposedly on that list we spoke of before. if any team was interested, and I'm kind of surprised someone didn't, if in fact that was true, someone didn't pick him up. Cuddyer waves at an off-speed pitch, 1 strike.
A good changeup down and away. Cuddyer in his last at-bat, leading off the 5th inning, his 23rd home run of the year.
High fly to left. This one's carrying deep. Cuddyer's got him again.
Well, he came into the ball game, very good numbers against John Danks, and he's just added to that. His second home run of the ball game, is 24th of the year.
And Ozzie handed a bottle of water, and he might want something a little stronger than that. Harris takes a strike on the outside corner.
That's the 3rd time this year that Michael Cuddyer has had a 2 or multi-home run game.
And he's 0-2.
His last 2 home runs before tonight came in Kansas City when he hit 2 home runs in that 7th inning where the Twins scored 8 runs.
One and 2. And remember, in Danks' last appearance against the Twins in late July here, it was a 6th inning 2-run home run by Cuddyer that turned the game around and got the Twins the win. So Cuddyer's had 3 home runs in his last 4 at-bats against John Danks. Up the middle and a base hit. So Harris gets his first hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up Delmon Young.
I talked to Joe Crede this afternoon. He got another epidural, and he really felt that this one hit the spot. Talked a little bit about the shots that he get that he got, that he's had over his career in the back.
Crede's back issues were such last year he couldn't play much in the second half of the year, and the hope is he'll come back after the second epidural. And September, of course, you have the luxury of having some extra players. The Twins called up Brian Busher to play some at third base and first base if need be. Swing and a miss by Young. So it's not like if Crede feels better, can do some baseball activities, he can take a roster spot, and the Twins aren't really penalized because they've got more than 25 spots.
I think Brendan Harris has done a good job taking over for Crede.
Sure has.
That base hit, now a 5-game hitting streak.
2 strikes to Young. Another one down the right field line. Twins hoping to get closer than 3.5 games, but they did get to 3.5 games last night, picking up a game on the Tigers. Just to look back quickly to last year, they were never more than 3.5 games back last year after June 20th. And Pierzynski wanted it up. And Danks threw it down around the belt, and Young pulled one into left field for a base hit.
Well, Delmon Young picking up his first hit of the ball game. And John Danks, who allowed only 2 hits going into the 6th inning. That fastball about letter high. And Delmon, good solid swing, gets a base hit to left. John Cooper, the pitching coach, to talk to his left-hander.
Gomez running for Young. Time for the Quest high-speed pitch, brought to you by Quest high-speed internet.
Well, John Danks hitting 90, and Jeff Manship with that sinker hitting 92.
So here's Casilla. With 2 men aboard, 3 straight hits against Danks. Casilla got the first Twins hit, an infield hit in the 3rd. Garcia takes a strike. He's hoping to add some more here. A solo home run has made it a 2-run lead. Garcia spins it back. Two strikes. Crane with 1, 2, 3 innings out of the pen. Sharply hit. Beckham to second, and a double play. So Michael Cuddyer with a pair of solo home runs. This one putting the Twins up 3-1.
Relief appearance. He worked in last night's ball game. 2/3 of an inning. Did give up 1 hit with a strikeout in that 4-1 win over the White Sox. Mahar's very good month of August. 1-0 with a 1.69 ERA and 14 relief appearances, covering 16 innings.
Now outside, 2-0. Denard Span over in left field. He was in center, and Carlos Gomez taking over in center. 2-0 to Descending. 3-0.
Well, Maharis came in last night in the 8th inning. Pasednik, the first batter he faced, he was able to strike him out.
Maharis has done this before, which isn't to suggest it's a good idea, but he's had problems throwing strikes to his first batter. And here, a 4-pitch walk to start the 8th inning. Cuddyer, after his second home run, and Ron Gardenhire not going to waste any time at all with this right-handed lineup coming up. Cuddyer stinging Punto.
Ow.
Aggressive with the high five. Ron Gardenhire not very happy having to take Maharis out. He was hoping to keep him in there through the Pierzynski at bat. Gave up a hit to Pierzynski, but a 4-pitch walk, and he's out of the game.
Yeah, pitcher coach Rick Anderson there to just kind of consult him a little bit. Well, Horace knows that was not the job he wanted to do. And now it's up to Matt Guerrero. Hopefully get out of this 8th inning. Making his 65th relief appearance. He worked in last night's ball game. He got the final out of the 8th inning.
That's driven to left. We've got a tie game. On the first pitch, Beckham drives it into left, and it's 3 apiece.
Well, Beckham hitting home run number 9 on the year.
And a huge home run for the White Sox.
Tried to get a fastball by him, but down in the strike zone, and Beckham went down to get it.
Rare, just the 7th home run allowed, and a costly one here on the first pitch to even the game at 3. Nobody out. Here's Pierzynski. He takes a strike. Detroit has beaten Cleveland 8-5, so the Twins right now are 4 games back. And a bouncer wide of first, 2 strikes. Manship's 5 innings of excellent pitching, and Crane's 2 innings. Won't get either one a win here tonight. 2 strikes to Pierzynski. Half swing. And in the dirt, 1-2. Coming into this inning, counting this game, White Sox had scored 7 runs over the last 5 games. Now they get a leadoff walk and a first pitch home run, 5 pitches into the inning, and they got a deuce up there. That's strike 3. And Pierzynski is going to run to first. Mauer's throw not in time or on target. So Pierzynski will reach on a strikeout.
Well, the breaking ball in the dirt gets away from Joe Mauer. See this ball down and in, landing just to the right of home plate. And Mauer's throw, don't know if they've been able to get him anyway. That ball's hugging the backstop. Well, AJ kind of hesitated right there.
So Pierzynski now lifted for a pinch runner. Dwayne Wise has had some shoulder issues on again, off again all summer long. So the lead runner at first, nobody out, and here's Konerko. Rare got him last night on a pop-up to Casilla. Casilla making a fine play. Dug out by Mauer. Ball 1. And here comes Rick Anderson to try to settle down Guerrero. And the Metrodome has gotten very quiet here suddenly. John Roush warming up. Beckham, who had been slumping coming into this series with a big 2-run home run to tie the game. One 1-0 to Konerko. Wise on the season, 2 steals and 5 tries.
Well, Konerko, a guy, if you can get a ground ball, maybe the Twins can turn a double play. They've hit into 2 double plays here tonight.
at bat, and we're just one pitch into it. 1-0 to Konerko. Konerko 3 hits, 20 at bats against Guerrero.
Yeah, those signs that Matt has thrown over, hold, those come from Steve Little down in the bench, Twins bench.
One and one. Guerrero sending a fastball in at the knees to even the count.
Those signs as Joe Mauer looks in. Steve Little either watching Jeff Cox or someone in the bench, on the bench, Chicago's bench. Try to steal the signs if they can.
Wise goes. The pitch lifted to short right. Casilla was covering the bag, and he gets there. Snap throw to first, and the ball gets by Morneau. Mauer backing it up. Well, a nice recovery by Casilla, who had to reverse field to catch what would have been a routine pop-up.
Look, maybe a hit and run put on right there. Wise taking off. Konerko getting underneath that ball, and Casilla was going over to second base to cover it. Now he has to backpedal and get over there and make that catch as Wise hustles back to first. And Mauer right there where he should be, backing up. There goes Wise right there. Now it's pretty much a straight steal. And hustling back in, getting it back in safely.
A very close play if Casilla's throw had gotten to Morneau on the fly. Here's Jermaine Dye. Blocked by Mauer, ball one. Tonight it's Dye filling Jim Thome's DH spot that he held so well for the White Sox.
See, the second half has been a struggle for Jermaine Dye, hitting at just 177.
That kicks away from Mauer, and Wise will advance. So Guerrero having a tough time keeping the ball out of the dirt. His strikeout of Pierzynski was in the dirt and allowed AJ to reach. Now this one allowing the runner to go to second.
Yeah, second wild pitch of the inning for Matt Guerrero. Came in only throwing 3 wild pitches in 65 relief appearances.
It's a ball that 99 times out of 100 Joe Mauer blocks. So the go-ahead run now at second with 1 out. Is that Dye grunting as he swung? 2-1. Dye squibbled in front of Harris, and Harris turned in a great play to get him in the 6th. 2-1. High fly to left. Span is back. He's at the fence to make the catch. Out number 2. A towering fly to left, just short of the fence. 2 down.
Span did a good job of tracking that ball down, keeping his eye on the ball. He kind of reached out where he thought the fence was. Take a look at Span go after this ball, keeping his eye, kind of saying, okay, I know you're back there. I still have a little more room, but he comes in and makes the catch.
So now Quentin with Wise at second and 2 away. Quentin a grounder to third and a couple of outfield flies. Inside a ball. White Sox had a very brief 1-0 lead in the 5th inning. Twins tied it, then they took a 2-1, 3-1 lead. Now the White Sox have tied it here in the 8th. Fouled back. 1-1. curve off the end of the bat. 1-2. Sox taking the lead-off walk, cashing in with a home run to tie it. Now the fans hoping Guerrero can keep this game tied. Got him. Quentin went fishing to end the inning. Maharis opened the inning with a walk, and Beckham made him pay for it with a home run against Guerrero.
Game on Quest Twins Live featuring the Toyota post-game wrap. We'll talk about Manship's sales. Jeff Manship, in his major league debut as a starter, goes 5 innings, surrendering just the 1 run on 4 hits. We'll also get reaction from Gardy and Ozzie Guillen, one of the best quotes in all of sports. And Target Field, we'll talk about the journey that the grass at Target Field made 900 miles from Colorado here to the Twin Cities. That's all coming up and more on Quest Twins Live following the ball game. Gentlemen.
Octavio Dotel delivering ball 1. Thank you, Robbie. Dotel coming out of the Chicago pen. It's been a tough road trip for the White Sox and a tough one for Dotel.
You see the numbers of Dotel, 2 and 3 out of the bullpen, but this guy's got a great arm. We saw some great arms come out of the bullpen last night in Pena, Thornton, and Jenks. And Dotel, very good fastball.
Span tripled to center in the 6th and scored the go-ahead run, making it 2-1. Lined off the facing of the Twins dugout. Wow. 1-2. Span, Cabrera, and Mauer facing Dotel. DJ Carrasco's down in the bullpen. Thornton's up again. Ramon Castro doing the catching with Pierzynski lifted for a pinch runner. Bouncer left side. Ramirez comes up firing. Look at that arm, and Konerko with the soft glove digs it out. Ball 1.
Well, again, in last night's ball game, we saw Ramirez make some very nice plays to his left and more to his right, and that's what he has to do here. Played second base last year for the White Sox, moved over to short, mainly because of that great arm. And a nice pick by Konerko.
Here's Cabrera. Down and in, ball 1. Cabrera drove in Span with a fly ball to left. Officially 0 for 1 with a pop up to second way back in the first inning. Swing and a foul. 1-1. Strike that covers the inside corner, 1-2.
Dotel in his second season with the White Sox. First came up to the majors with the Mets back in 1999. White Sox his seventh different organization to pitch for at the major league level.
Cabrera pops it up near the Chicago on deck circle. Castro with the catch, 2 down. Series wraps up with a 12-10 start tomorrow, and that means it's a Treasure Island Senior Day. Fans 55 and older can get $5 off any lower reserved or upper club ticket. Treasure Island Senior Day tickets must be purchased at the ballpark on the day of the game. So come out tomorrow and join us at the ballpark. Here's Mauer, who will not get a chance to face Dotel. It'll be Thornton coming in to try to get him out of the Chicago pen. Miss America.
Why was he using gloves?
Him.
You ever milked a cow?
I never have.
I have. I don't know why he used gloves.
Well, here's Matt Thornton, who gave up a base hit to Mauer last night and gives up a hit to Mauer tonight. Joe with a sharp single to center with 2 outs, and he's 2 for 2 against Thornton in this series.
Hawkeye looking for the fastball, lined it right back up the middle. So Mauer picks up his first hit of the night.
And here is Morneau, who struck out against Thornton. That's the sentiment for most Twins fans. Let's get this game. An important one for the Twins, and they had a 3-1 lead up until a few moments ago. Morneau takes ball 1.
Well, Thornton, a strikeout pitcher, 71 strikeouts in 59 and a third innings so far this year, making his 58th relief appearance. He threw 13 pitches in last night's ball game.
And a strike 1-1 after giving up the single to Mauer. Thornton struck out Morneau and Kubel. Then Mauer stole second and scored on a Cuddyer single, and that run was all due respect to the home runs. That 4th run was a pretty one to watch.
Yeah, he stole that base off of Bobby Jenks.
Down and away, 2-1. The run, of course, was charged to Thornton, and he doesn't give up many runs. That was just the 17th earned run he's given up this year. 2-1 to Morneau. Swing and a miss, a powerful swing and a miss. 2-2.
Boy, and a good fastball down and away on the black.
Whatever ills have befallen the Chicago bullpen, none of it's Matt Thornton's fault. He's been very good and very durable for them this year. 2-2. Morneau got a piece of it. Castro has a poorer throwout percentage than A.J. Pierzynski does behind the plate. He's thrown out 2 runners in 25 tries. And Morneau strikes out to end the 8th inning. So Thornton gives up a hit to Mauer. We've got a tie game going to the 9th. AT&T, your world delivered. John Roush in the game for the Twins. He's just delivered ball 1 to Chris Getz. And there's a strike.
Yeah, Roush just getting traded over from the Arizona Diamondbacks. He worked here on Sunday, 1 shutout inning, had a couple strikeouts. Former member of the Chicago White Sox, originally signed by the White Sox back in 1999. Came up with the White Sox in 2002 and 2004. Then traded over to the Montreal Expos. Now the Washington Nationals.
1-2 to the leadoff man here in the 9th. It's the bottom third of the Chicago lineup. Getz, Rios, and Ramirez. Curve, bounce to second. Backhanded by Casilla, 1 away.
That's that curveball we saw on Sunday here. Good tight rotation, a big drop. And he gets the first guy to ground out, and that's off the bat of Chris Getz.
And now Rios. Down and away, ball 1. Rios has hit 3 fly balls to Michael Cuddyer, and Cuddier's had at least 1 really difficult catch to make. He's caught all 3. 1 out in the warning track. Down the middle, a strike.
Yeah, that last one, he kind of had to play it off the bank of the lights to make a nice running catch coming in.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Roush fell out of favor with the White Sox. Not sure what to do with him. They tried him as a starter. They tried him as a reliever. Bobby Jenks warming up. In the event the White Sox take the lead, it's one lifted foul into the seats. But again, the distinction needs to be made with Roush as opposed to Mejía and Cabrera, and for that matter Pavano. He's under contract for next year. So the Twins acquired him for the balance of 2009 and 2010.
Well, if there's ever a pickup basketball game in spring training, I want him on my team. 6'11", about 230. be my point guard.
2-2. Foul back. Vikings used to do that in the offseason. In their heyday, they'd have a wintertime basketball team kind of barnstorm around Minnesota and play local teams.
Yeah, we did that when I was with the Angels toward the end of my career.
Is that right?
We did that as fundraisers. We'd go out and play basketball.
2-2. And that's over Roush's head. That's saying something. Casilla, DeMorno, 2 down.
Well, staying with that breaking ball against Rios. Rios finally off the end of the bat. Hits that high chopper toward Casilla. Tight rotation. Now he's got a slider and the curveball. And that's the curveball right there, right off the end of the bat. And Casilla making the play.
And now Alexei Ramirez homered to give the White Sox their only lead back in the 5th inning. Strike one. And again Roush with the Washington club and with Arizona wore number 57. And there's a figurative tip of the cap to Johan Santana, wanted a different number and was issued number 60. Just off the corner, and it's 1-1.
Well, with the Diamondbacks, he appeared in 58 ball games. He worked 54 in the 3rd innings. Came to the Twins with a 4.14 ERA.
Swing and a miss with Ramirez trying to untie the game.
He's throwing a lot of breaking balls. Mixing in that curveball and the slider. See what Joe Mauer puts down. Let's go back to the curveball.
He lays off, and it's 2-2.
Good spot for that curveball when you have a pitch to waste, maybe a strikeout pitch. And Ramirez holding up. Fastball away.
Ramirez sends it into the seats behind home plate.
That fastball clocked at 94. Tallest man in baseball history, John Roush.
Check swing. Did he go? No, it's 3-2.
Bob Davidson, the first base umpire, saying that Ramirez did not go on that curveball in the dirt. Straight over the top at 6'11". Now get this curveball over here.
Full count for the number 9 hitter.
Changeup.
Full foul. Roush, the biggest player in Major League history, and he'll remain that way unless or until Lou Van Meel makes it with the team. Van Meel, a relief pitcher right now for Double-A, and he's 7'1".
Big Dutchman.
Going to join the Dutch team, right? With the
World Cup.
Yep.
He and Tommy Stufbergen, young man that's pitching in the Elizabeth team.
How tall is he?
He's about 6'2".
Oh, wow.
They get some offense. They might be tough in that World Cup.
3-2 to Ramirez, and he flips it foul. Well, that was the issue in the World Baseball Classic, though, right? I mean, you guys pitched awfully well. Your country did.
Yes, we did. We just didn't have much offense. 10 runs in 6 games, but we beat the Dominicans twice.
If Roush can get Ramirez finally here. It's been a long battle. This is his 20th pitch.
This is a sinking fastball.
And he doinks one into right for a base hit. So a long battle won by the batter. Now they throw behind him. And Ramirez with a look out to right field. He's aboard with a 2-out single. And now Pasetnik.
Well, Ramirez picks up his 2nd hit of the ball game, and it's the 6th for the White Sox. Good battle right here. Won by Ramirez, getting the barrel of the bat out and hitting it softly in front of Michael Cuddyer. Ramirez will take too big a turn with Cuddyer out there.
Besednik has reached 3 times a light aided double to start the ball game. He didn't score after leading off the first with the double, and he walked in the third, and then the costliest plate appearance maybe of the whole evening. He walked on 4 pitches against Maharis. Beckham hit the next pitch out to tie the game in the 8th. Slide step and a strike at the knees. Well, that's what you wonder about with Rauschen. This is the first time we've seen him with a man on base. And for a guy at 6'11", it looked like he got the ball to home in a hurry.
Just keep the upper body back, and boy, he's going to be quick. Big, strong man.
Pick up and a liner, just foul. And it's 2 strikes to Besednik. Wow, that was less than a foot away from maybe a run-scoring double.
Well, if this ball's fair, Justin probably catches it right here, but it's just out of his reach.
Davidson, the first base umpire, had it hit right at him. Roush trying to clean up a little situation here in the top of the 9th. Very high. Ramirez goes, the pitch hit to left center field. Gomez over, makes the catch to end the inning.
Man can cover some ground.
A scoreless top of the 9th. And the Twins will send up Kubel, Cuddyer, and Harris in the bottom of the inning. Rookie of the year this year, and his home run, the Chicago highlight of the Jeep game reset.
Yeah, 4 home runs hit in this ball game. 2 by Michael Cuddyer, 1 by Alexi Ramirez, and then the 2-run home run by Gordon Beckham.
Kubel lifts it foul on the first pitch from Matt Thornton. Thornton struck out Kubel last night, and so far against Thornton, Kubel is 1 for 8 with 5 strikeouts. Again, Kubel, over the last month or so, has had much better at bats against lefties. His average actually a respectable .235 against lefties coming into the game. Outside, 1-1.
Good take of that hard slider.
High fastball and a swing and a miss, 1-2. Kubel 0 for 3 against lefty John Danks and did not get a ball out of the infield tonight.
Well, Kubel has 22 home runs, 2 of them coming off of left-handed pitchers.
2-2.
And I would think that Thornton's just going to stay away with that fastball and that slider. Bobby Keppel warming up.
Drilled to right center field, headed toward the gap. The White Sox playing a deep outfield, so Kubel will be held to a single. So a leadoff hit for Kubel, and we'll see if the Twins go to the bench for a pinch runner.
And it will be Nick Puto coming off the bench, running for Jason Kubel. Yeah, Thornton left the ball middle in, and Kubel did not miss it.
And a big hit against C.J. Wilson in the Texas series, and maybe a big hit here with Cuddyer coming to the plate, Ozzie Guillen coming to the mound. Cuddyer has already hit 2 home runs tonight against a left-hander. The starting pitcher, John Danks, and it'll be Tony Pena coming in to pitch next.
Pena worked a 1-2-3 inning in last night's game through 13 pitches.
Fastball and strike 1 again. The Chicago outfield playing very deeply here, trying to, as best they can, eliminate any extra base hits.
You can barely see Pasetnik in center field.
1 strike to Cuddyer and a throw to first. And we'll mention it again, Castro. It's hard to do, but he's got a poorer throwout percentage than A.J. Pierzynski.
Punto at first base, good speed, 9 stolen bases in 11 attempts.
Outside, 1-1.
That's the hard slider right there. Pena joining the White Sox back in early July, coming over from the Arizona Diamondback organization. So he and John Roush were teammates for a while.
1-1 to Cuddyer. In the dirt, nice block by Castro, 2-1.
Scotty Alter going through signs. The third base coach.
2-1 to Kanier. Punto hardly had left first base before the throw over. Left center. Quentin over in the gap, makes a running catch, and Punto has to scamper back. So Kanier got under it, and eventually so did Quentin.
I got jammed a little bit right there, and Kanier hitting that fly ball out for the first out here in the bottom of the ninth.
And now Harris singled his last time up. Detroit's already won. They scored 4 runs in the first. Beat the Indians 8-5. Punto does not have a big lead at first. He's got both feet well into the dirt area and a cutout at first. Nearly thrown away. Konerko may have saved the game for the White Sox with a great catch.
As Nick Punto slid back, the throw into Nick Punto right off the end of the glove.
Wow.
That first baseman's glove came in handy right there.
Dies back again. Swing and a miss, 1 strike. Mentioned earlier in his homestand a week ago tonight, Delman Young with a walk-off hit. Twins have gone more than 2.5 months without one of those. Ron Gardenhire hoping his team can get a second one. The same homestand. The glare of the pennant race. Sharply hit. Punto around second. He's on his way to third. Harris with a big hit, and the winning run's at third with 1 away.
Second straight hit off the bat of Brendan Harris. Both of them right back up the middle. And again, Pasetnik, who is playing a very deep center field. Nick Punto's going to get over the third very easily. A breaking ball left up. And Punto hustling the third. The runners at the corners with 1 out.
The other night here, the Twins with Gomez at third and Punto at the plate put the squeeze play on. Here, it's Punto at third and Gomez at the plate. Infield in.
And the outfield has to come in to where they feel they can at least make a good throw if they have to catch a fly ball toward home plate.
Konerko kind of caught between a rock and a hard place here. He's holding on Harris. And if the Twins do push a bunt up his way, he's got a pretty tough play without him playing in. Fouled back, Gomez swinging away. So Gomez with at least 1 swing. 1 strike to Gomez.
That's almost a balk there. He's got to step toward third. Not much of a move here. Watch this fake to third and throw to first. Yeah, he did step a little bit.
High and tight. Edge of the seat, a lot of the fans all game long. It's been a very tight ball game. 1-1 to Carlos Gomez. Check swing, and now it's 0-2, or excuse me, 1-2.
That ball kind of rode in on Gomez. He did not want to go. He did not want to swing, kind of a check swing.
What a chopper off the plate. One more Metrodome memory for the Chicago manager. Left up, foul to the net. Last night we talked about that 4th run that the Twins got. One of the reasons they got it is Scott Podsednik does not have a good arm in center field. So anything hit that he catches should score the winning run.
Well, it's a miserable road trip for the White Sox. 1-7 so far in this road trip. 2-15 over the last 17 ball games here at the Metrodome.
Gomez strikes out number 2.
And you went with that slider. Good slider. Picks up a huge strikeout.
And here comes Ozzie Guillen with a trip to the mound. And Pena getting a big second strike. Andy Williams is warming up down in the Chicago pen, but he has been public enemy number 1. Ozzie looking into the Twins dugout. He's been the one reliever that's really struggled on this road trip. And I don't think they'd be inclined to bring him in with the game on the line.
I just wonder if Ozzie jumped the gun right there.
And Morales, who's done so well against the White Sox, is going to hit.
I don't know. I don't think Morales was announced before Ozzie Guillen went out. It was Alexi Casillas' time to bat. And now that Jose Morales is going to pinch hit.
Morales has been awesome against the White Sox. Remember his major league career, aborted though it was with the ankle injury. He was 3 for 3 in his major league debut at Chicago.
Yeah, that against Jose Contreras. He's probably going to end up back in the National League just so he can face Contreras again.
Winning run at third, 2 outs. Harris left unguarded at first. Infield and outfield back at normal depth. And a tapper foul. Morales has a pinch hitter, 3 for 9, with a couple of runs batted in. One strike to the Twins pinch hitter. Harris goes line and a base hit! And the Twins win it again! Jose Morales with the game winner tonight!
And he, like he should be, is getting involved. tough loss for Ozzie Guillen.
Morales has gone back and forth, Major League Club Rochester. And every time he comes up, he gets big hits. And maybe the biggest hit of his career tonight. Look at that smile.